Good evening, salutations, and welcome to another episode of Lectures Corner. My name is Marcus Rudolph. I'll be your host, and again, the tremendous Father Martin.
Ah,
Now, Father Martin, I want to make sure that the audience knows that this is the start of our fourth year together doing this. Time flies, so I really want to
it's
appreciate. I wanted to tell you thank you so much for doing this.
and I want to thank you, for the idea of
Yeah.
this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this.
Yes, please watch the videos. Please give us your feedback and tell us what we can do better. But this has been a wonderful time working with Father and understanding his knowledge. It's just been a tremendous run. So I really appreciate it, Father. So same format as the last 3 years, a couple questions and to test your knowledge and provide knowledge to the masses that are watching. And then we go to your chaplain's message.
Mhm.
I wanted to start off by saying, January 22nd in January is a day that is recognized for the day of prayer for the legal protection of unborn children. Can you discuss the significance of this day of recognition in the context of the church?
Yeah, for sure. I hope that every one of you know why this is a January 2nd, 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
It was a day when the Supreme Court made a decision. I don't remember the name of the case.
Oh,
You will
goodness.
find
Yes,
it.
you put
Make
me
a
on the spot.
research.
Yes.
But
Roe
it's
versus Wade.
and this is yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a day when everything changed in America. And this is why in January, end of January, beginning of February, in Washington, D.C., and in so many cities and towns, here in Knoxville also, we have a March for Life to protect life, human life, from the natural conception to the natural death. Now, life is a gift of the God, and we can't make a decision who is able to have a life, who don't have this opportunity. This is not our choice. I'm talking about the choice because the people who are against the abortion, we call ourselves pro-life. People who are opposite us, they call themselves pro-choice. But what kind of choice the babies have? Now it's like a pro-choice of mothers, pro-choice of fathers. Yes, but we have to remember about the pro-choice of babies, and don't they can't speak for themselves. So in this we have to speak. We have to be their voice, and we want to be their voice because every life deserves be from the natural conception to the natural death. And of course, there is so many discussion about the so many cases. We are saying, in general, of course, every case we have to look. It's difficult, but it's still life. It's still life. Uh, No, it's really hard to talk about this because the people who will want to discuss with us will use so many really good arguments, um, and asking, you never have been in this kind of situation. That's true, but as a priest, I met with some women that make abortion, and maybe this is because they talk with me, but I never met anyone who will not suffer after this decision. So yeah, protect life. Pray for the unborn children. Pray that we will respect life.
Thank you, Father. I appreciate that. Moving on, I wanted to go to another topic in regards to January is filled with a lot of days of memoriam and for vast amount of saints in our church's history. Is there one or two saints that you, in particular, that you wanted to discuss today for the men and the women that are watching this to pray about?
Uh, yeah, for sure, we are celebrating Thomas Aquinas,
Mhm.
the biggest theologian in the history of the church. The theology that he created, not created, that the books, the Summa Theologica that he wrote, this is this is how we understand theology. After Vatican II, it was at least two tries, to build a new theology. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the theology of Saint Thomas Aquinas is built over the Greek philosopher Aristotle, and someone will say this is the old one. Someone is really good. I don't know. I'm not this kind of level theologian. I just this is what I love in the Catholic Church, that if the churches say, "Hey, we are following this," yes, sir, we are following this. And to know how rich was a study of Thomas Aquinas, it's over my mind. I can even imagine. What I like about Saint Thomas, because when I am thinking about the saints, I am always trying to find, the most human side of their
Mm-hmm.
of them. First, when Saint Thomas was thinking about all these divine mysteries,
Mm-hmm.
when it was too much for him, when he don't understand, when he have a problem, you know what he did? He go to the church. He opened the tabernacle and put his head to the tabernacle to be closer to Jesus, that the Jesus will help him, to understand. And it's like I love this story. It's showing us what we can learn from this situation of Saint Thomas. When you have a problem, when you don't know what to do, go to the church, go to the adoration. Maybe don't put your head to the tabernacle,
Please don't.
but please don't. But please, be close to God. Be close to God, and accept the teaching of the church. Right now we are living in the time when some people are questioning, the teaching, not the teaching of the church at all, but especially Vatican II, the last council. Uh, Unfortunately, probably this become because I think we are still don't understand fully Vatican II. Is there still, time for us to go deeper? It's so many people just stop on the liturgy and they're thinking that everything about the Vatican II is liturgy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's really big step, but it's not just the liturgy. And I'm so happy, that at the beginning of the year, Pope Leo, during his Wednesday catechesis, he's talking about the Vatican II. So maybe it's a good time, to every Wednesday check what is the catechesis about the Vatican II for this week. This is Thomas Aquinas. Another saint, Saint John Bosco.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Great man who start to take care about the homeless boys, start the schooling. Right now, his congregation, Salesian, I think they are the biggest Catholic congregation of the world.
Mm-hmm.
If we will take all Franciscans, all branches of Franciscans, they will be bigger. But as a one, the Salesians are the biggest congregation. Their charisma is especially about the youth, about the taking care, about the education of the youth. And what we can learn from Saint Bosco, patient for the kids, and be a good teachers for the kids. Uh, every father, every mother is a first teacher of the faith and of everything. What background, what kind of witness you will give to the kids, they will make a difference in their future. So Saint Bosco, if your children have some difficulties in school, pray to Saint Bosco.
And now I yield to you, sir, for the chaplain's message for this morning.
For the chaplain's message, I want to touch another feast on January is the feast of the conversion of Saint Paul.
Mm-hmm.
When he was on the road to Damascus, the light hit him. He lost his vision. He became a blind, and he go to the Damascus, And this was the moment of his conversion. And in this time, week before his feast, we are celebrating in the church the week of the prayer for the unity in Christians, for the union that we, divided for so many denominations. All of us believe in Jesus Christ, and you have to remember the prayer that was recorded by Saint John in his Gospel, prayer of Jesus before his suffering, because before Good Friday, that when Jesus is asking God that his disciples will be one.
Mm.
And because of the history, because of the politics, because of so many things, we divided. And we have to pray that the Jesus body, it should be reunited. It will be again one body. So this is why I want to ask you in your prayers, to pray for the unity between Christians, that we will be really one body of Jesus Christ all together. And this is my message from the January. This is a message for praying for the unity of believers.
Thank you, Father. That's a powerful message. And again, we always emphasize on this show, prayer is a very powerful thing, and things like what you just stated is something that we can all pray about. So take that to heart. Thank you again for joining us, and as always, let God be your God. Thank you.